Hi everyone, Maya here from MaiStoryBook, and happy Friday Eve before Christmas! Did you hear that? Sounds like sleigh bells. Just hear those sleigh bells ring-a-ling, jing-jing, jing-a-ling too. I say it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Merry Christmas, my friends. And do you know who is that special someone who rides on a sleigh and comes on Christmas Eve? It's Santa Claus! And this week's featured storybook is all about this special someone, Santa. So, we all know who Santa is, but how did Santa become Santa? And what was Santa like when he was a baby? Well, in this beloved featured children's book today, we'll find out all about Santa and what he was like when he was a baby and when he was growing up. We'll get a little glimpse into Santa's past to find out how Santa became the Santa he is today. Because guess what, everyone? Santa, a long time ago, was really little, just like you. And growing up, Santa was always a little bit different than the other kids, but different is what made him special. Well, all right, my friends, let's begin. So, today's featured storybook is When Santa Was a Baby, written and illustrated by Linda Bailey and Genevieve Godbout. Now, I must ask you, what do you think Santa was like when he was a baby? Yeah, what do you think was his favorite color? What about his favorite food? I wonder what his favorite toy was. And I know Santa, he didn't really laugh like the other kids. He didn't say, ha ha ha, when he laughed. Instead, do you know what he said when he laughed? Can you guess it? Yeah, instead of saying, ha ha ha, Santa said, ho ho ho, right? So throughout the story, Santa's going to say, ho ho ho, quite a bit. And you know what? Can you help me out with something? Can you read it and say it with me when it gets to those parts when he says, ho ho ho? Because you know what? It'll look just like this. Ho ho ho, H-O, H-O, H-O. So when you see this in the story, then you can read and say, ho 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 with me. And I'll also be ringing our jingle bells. So this is actually a preview of our craft of the week, and I wanted to share it with you a bit early because we're going to be using it throughout the story. And what this craft is Santa's baby rattle. So super cute with the little jingle bell, and when we say ho ho ho, then after you make your own craft, we can ring the bells together while we say it. Alright, so can you practice that with me, saying ho 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 on 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3, ho ho ho! Alright, my friends, I think we are ready to begin. When Santa was a baby. Look how cute he is right here in his little stroller, huh? Alright. My friends, look who it is! It's Santa! And look at his belly. It's all super round, right? Kind of like how big old Santa has a big belly too, right? Because it's filled with cookies. Well, let's see what happened when Santa was born. When Santa was a baby, he was soft and round and cuddly, and his parents thought he was wonderful. Look at those dimples, said his dad. How merry. And his dear little nose, said his mom, like a cherry, red like a cherry. Kitchy, kitchy, goo, they said together, and waited for Santa to make a baby sound. A sweet little gurgle, or a gentle coo. So here's Mom and Dad, and look, baby Santa's in there. And look, here he is, reaching up for this little piece of holly right here, with some bells on it. What do you think of baby Santa? Cute, huh? And you know what? It sounds like Mom and Dad are waiting for him to make a little baby sound. Do you think he's gonna gurgle and coo like a regular baby, or do you think he might say something else instead? Do you think? Let's see. Here it is, my friends. Can you say it with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ho! Boomed Baby Santa in a voice that rattled the windows. Oh my, said his parents, leaping back, jumping back. What was that? Little Santa smiled, his first smile. His parents were thrilled, super excited. He doesn't have the usual baby voice, said his dad. What's the usual baby voice? Yeah, like goo goo gaga. But it's good and strong, isn't it? It's special, said his mom. Just like him. Ooh, what's going on here? Look at Santa's running towards Dad because what does Dad have in his hands? Milk and cookies. And what do you know about Santa and milk and cookies? He really likes them, huh? The years went by and Santa grew older. He began to learn his colors. What do you think Santa's favorite color was? Red, maybe? Right from the start, he liked red best. What about these dandy blue pajamas from Aunt Mabel, said his mom. These excellent blue pajamas. Santa shook his head. Want red? Of course you do, said his dad. But blue is nice too. Want red, said little Santa. His parents put the blue pajamas in a drawer. Maybe he'll be a firefighter, said his mom. Why does Mom think that Santa will be a firefighter? Because he likes red? And firefighters have red fire trucks? But what do we know about Santa? What is he going to be when he grows up? Santa Claus, and what's his job? Giving presents. My friends, what is little Santa doing here? What does it look like he's doing? Kind of looks like he's giving presents, huh? On his next birthday, Santa got a beautiful red fire truck from his mom and dad. He got a rocking horse from Grandma, a puzzle from Uncle Ned, and a pair of yellow pajamas from Aunt Mabel. Remember last time she gave him blue, and now she's trying yellow? What color does he want? Red. What a lovely time Santa had opening his presents. He had an even lovelier time wrapping them up again and putting them in a sack. So a big bag. What is Santa doing putting his presents in his sack? What's he doing? Asked his mom. Beats me, said his dad. But we know what he's doing, huh? They watched in amazement as Santa rode down the street, giving away his presents to the little boys and girls. Did you ever see anything like it? Said Santa's mom. His dad shook his head. What a generous child. Does that mean someone who's really nice and cares about others and gives things away to them? He doesn't mind sharing? That's really nice of him to share, huh? On his next birthday, Santa asked for a horse. Well, it wasn't exactly a horse. He said it was like a horse, except it had horns and could pull a flying sled. My friends, what animal do you think it is? It's not a horse. Do you know? Maybe a reindeer? His parents didn't understand, so they asked him to draw it. Do you think it's a unicorn? Said his dad, scratching his head. Is it a unicorn? No. A unicorn, said his mom. Now, where are we supposed to get one of those? It's not a unicorn, Mom, so silly. It's a reindeer. And what does Santa do with his reindeer? Do you remember? They help him fly on his sleigh. They got him a hamster instead. It was a female hamster, and soon it had 8 babies. Kind of like how Santa had 8 reindeer when he grew up. When they grew big enough, Santa harnessed them with little ribbons to a matchbox, so hooked them up to attach them to the matchbox. He put tiny presents in the matchbox and trained the hamsters to pull it around the house. What does that remind you of, my friends? The reindeer in his sleigh, right? Listen, said his mom. He's calling them by name. Dasher, said Santa, and Dancer and Comet, and, Blixen. No, Vixen. Do those names sound familiar to you? Like the names of his reindeer? Extraordinary, said Santa's dad. He's so creative, said his mom. What is going on here? What is this, the refrigerator? And it looks like, how are Mom and Dad dressed for what kind of weather? Kind of for hot summer weather? But what is Santa doing when it's nice and sunny and hot outside? What kind of weather do you think he wants? If he's standing in front of the refrigerator? Cool weather? Good guessing by the pictures. Let's see. Santa was an unusual child in many ways. For one thing, he didn't like warm weather. When the other children were running around in the hot summer sun, little Santa stayed inside, waiting for the fridge door to open. We can't keep it open all the time, said his mom. Think of the electric bills. So how much you have to pay for electricity to keep the fridge open? You're right, sighed his dad. But it makes him so happy. So it seems like Santa really likes cold weather, right? And look, you can see his little red bum cheeks, right? How silly. Looks like it's so hot he had to take off his clothes and go stand in front of the nice cool fridge. So this kind of reminds me about where Santa ends up living when he grows up. Do you remember where he lives? In the North Pole. And what's the weather like there? Super cold, right? It snows all the time. Perfect for Santa. Santa also had an odd interest in chimneys. What do you suppose he's looking at? Asked his dad. His clothes are all covered in ashes and soot. All that dark, dirty stuff in the chimney. We can wash them, said his mom. Isn't it great he's so curious? Maybe he'll be a scientist, his dad said. Why is Santa so curious about the chimneys? What do you know about Santa and chimneys? Yeah? Does Santa come down your chimney on Christmas Eve? Maybe that's why he's so interested, huh? Santa's best friend lived right next door. His name was Eldred. Eldred was smaller than Santa, but in other ways, they were very much alike. They both enjoyed making things, especially toys. And Eldred loved green almost as much as Santa loved red. What a jolly pair, said Santa's mom. So nice to have a friend, said Santa's dad. My friends, who does Eldred remind you of? Look at his ears, they're kind of little pointy, and he's really small. Kind of reminds me of an elf. And what do elves do? How do they help Santa? They help him make toys, right? I wonder if Eldred is going to help Santa when he grows up. Do you think they'll stay friends forever? Maybe, I hope so, huh? And look at all the different toys they're making. What are some things that they are making down here? Yeah, it looks cool, huh? My friends, look at this. Okay, get ready. As Santa got older, it became clear he inherited the family good looks. That means he got all the family good looks from his dad, right? And his mama. Goodness, said Santa's mom. Just look at your bellies. They match. How do their bellies match? Because they're so big and round, huh? Because like Santa's big jolly belly. Like 2 bowls full of jelly, said Santa's dad. Ha ha ha. Hee hee hee, said Santa's mom. And how does Santa laugh? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ho ho ho! Boomed Santa. Looks like they're having a delicious feast, huh? When Santa became a teenager, he continued to be unusual, a little different. He knew his own mind. He didn't always fit in with the crowd, but his parents thought he was wonderful. Sounds like his parents are really supportive of whatever Santa does, huh? And love him forever, no matter what. This is Santa in school, and how does Santa look different than the other kids? Yeah, he's wearing bright red. He's got a big belly. And look how happy he is saying hi to everyone. Seems very kind, huh? Hey, looks like we fast forwarded a bit to what Santa did when he grew up. Where is he now, my friends? In the North Pole, you think? And who are all these little people over here? The elves. And look what I noticed, my friends. Look at this elf. He's signing something right here on the paper, and it says, Eldred. Do you remember Eldred from before? Yeah, his best friend growing up. It looks like we were right. Eldred became one of the elves that helped Santa. Wow, and look at what are they all doing? What are they preparing for? Christmas. And I see Santa has his list. Do you know what goes on that list? Who's naughty and nice? As for the rest of the story, well, you can probably guess. Santa followed his childhood dreams. He moved to the North Pole, where it's very cold. He built a toy-making workshop and brought in a crew of elves to help. He got a big, beautiful sleigh and trained 8 reindeer to pull it. And once a year, he travels around the world, climbing down chimneys to leave gifts for boys and girls. So this Christmas Eve, my friends, do you think Santa's climbing down your chimney? I hope so. There's Mom and Dad. His parents are so proud they could burst. Every Christmas Eve, they listen for his sleigh bells. My friends, have you heard Santa's sleigh bells before? I hope you do soon if you haven't. It's a magical sound. They wave and blow kisses as Santa dips low over their house. Hello, Santa. It's what we always thought he would do, says his mom. We knew it all the time, said his dad. Is that true? Did they always know? No. And when Santa hears Mom and Dad say that, what do you think Santa says to that? Can you guess? Ready, my friends? In 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ho! There he goes in his sleigh with his 8 reindeer, and who's the special reindeer at the end with the shiny bright red nose? It's Rudolph. There's Rudolph and the 8 reindeer, Santa on his sleigh. It looks like his dreams came true about what he wanted to be when he grew up, huh? And this is where Santa's going to be on Christmas Eve, flying in the sky, on the way to your house, I'm sure. And I can already hear those sleigh bells ringing. Do you? The end. And what is this here for Santa, my friends? Milk and cookies? Do you make milk and cookies for Santa? Yeah, because those are his favorite, right? And if Santa leaves gifts for you, it's nice to leave him a little something too. He needs lots of energy to fly around the whole world, right? So cookies and milk are perfect. And it says, to Santa, love Mom and Dad. So they know he loves cookies also. Well, I hope you enjoyed this featured storybook on this Friday Eve before Christmas and Christmas Eve. So, can you tell me, what are some things you learned about Santa, baby Santa, while he was growing up? Yeah, that his favorite color was always red, that he always liked wrapping up presents and giving them to other people. He was really generous, huh? And he really wanted a reindeer growing up, and he had hamsters instead. And what did he train those hamsters to do? Ride in a sleigh. And what kind of weather did he like? Yeah. So my friends, I learned in this story, it seems that giving gifts is also just as fun as receiving them, right? That seems like Santa's favorite thing to do. And that family is super important, especially Mom and Dad or whoever else is in your family, whatever other adult is in your family. Their love and support is really important for helping you grow up and get to do what you always dreamed that you could do. So my friends, let's move on to this week's craft. You already got a little sneak preview, but let's go further into what we've got for you. So this week's craft inspired by this story is our Santa baby rattle. And it's such a cute, fun idea and perfect for reading along the story. All it is a pine cone, and this is just like a stick I found. So it's also a perfect opportunity to go on a winter nature walk and to collect some things for your own baby Santa rattle. And all you gotta do is get some white paint. You paint it on the pine cone. I use little golden and white sequins. You just sparkle them over the pine cone so it has a little shimmering to it. This is a red ribbon and some jingle bells to make the jingle sound of Santa's sleigh. And all you do is hot glue gun it. So I used hot glue. It has to be a really strong glue to get the pine cone to stick to the stick. And I used the ribbon to help attach them also. So I glued the ribbon to the pine cone and then used the ribbon to glue it to the stick to help connect it all together. And then the jingle bells also glue on with the hot glue gun. And as you saw in the story, it's great for a little reading buddy guide. So when Santa says, ho, 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 you can ring your bells. Or whenever you read the word sleigh bells or hear any sleigh bells, you can give it a ring-a-ding-ding. I feel like this is one toy Santa would have loved. So, as always, all the instructions for this craft, as well as the other additional reading resources, such as the main ideas, vocabulary, and a brief synopsis of the story, can be found on my blog, MaiStoryBook, by clicking on the link below. Also, if you do this craft or read this story, please reach out to MaiStoryBook and share your crafts. I would love to see your own creative baby rattles for Santa. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, on the blog, or here on YouTube by clicking on all of those social media links down below. Now, my friends, also don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to MaiStoryBook's YouTube channel to keep up with all of our weekly read-alouds. New interactive read-alouds come out every Friday, so be sure to check in every week for a new reading adventure. Next week will be MaiStoryBook's last interactive reading of the year, 2017. So check back in to check out that special read aloud. Alright, my friends, I hope you have a fabulous holiday and a fabulous winter break this coming up next week. I can't wait for you to have an amazing holiday day and Christmas Day if you celebrate Christmas. And I hope that you have lots of fun with all of your family and your friends. Okay, so until next week, have a wonderful holiday season and happy reading!